You know why women's clothes don't have pockets, right?
Witches.
Because pockets are where they keep all their witch shit.
I have a pretentious penchant for really big, long, complicated games. So it gives me the opportunity to actually leave them set up so I can play them
That's nice.
just for an hour or so at a time and then just leave them there.
What's the space opera one that you and Colin are obsessed, or you and Damon are obsessed with?
Twilight Imperium?
Twilight Imperium?
Yeah.
Twilight Imperium's a good one. But I'm talking about I've got some other ones. I've got like Here I Stand is one that I'm obsessed
You got that?
with.
Oh my god,
yeah.
I thought about getting it, but I'm like, there's no way I'd ever get it on a table,
my son and I played one turn of it. It took about 2.5 hours and stuff. But it's about the wars of the Reformation in the 1500s.
Yeah.
Martin Luther versus the Pope. It's fantastic.
Well, yeah, I love the subject matter. I'm just like,
I
really do anything with it?
Yeah. If you want to hook me into something, just set it in the Renaissance or the Reformation. So, I have it, and I have Virgin Queen, which is the more streamlined follow up to it, which again is whatever. I think it's designed for exactly 6 players. So, but I just won't get rid of those. I'll probably never play them. But the thing is, I will play them. I'm sad enough that I will set something like that up, and I will play it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Which you need a big table for, and you need a permanently set up kind of like a jigsaw table for, because these things take forever. So, but I find like something like that, like what's technically a war game, if you could easily play them by yourself, although it's very, very sad, because all you got to do is play each side to the best of your ability,
right.
And then if you just do that, then the mechanics of it itself just create an actual game where you find yourself competing against yourself, which is fuck. Jesus, now I just want to kill myself. That sounded really depressing.
It's not your curve.
No, it's fun though.
I play Hive against myself all the time.
How do you play Hive against yourself?
What's that?
How do you play Hive? Yeah, true, I guess, yeah.
You play each side to the best of your ability.
Yeah, I think you can probably do it with a lot of stuff. Hive's great. I haven't played Hive in such a long time.
Hive is such a good game.
Yeah. Did I introduce that to you?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, at Boss. Yeah.
Then you found a set at Goodwill and brought it over and left it on my doorstep.
Oh,
because
cool.
You're that kind of friend.
Yeah, me and my youngest son just played the hell out of that. It's such a good game.
It's so yeah. Oh, I can't get over it.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a very, very
You know what else might be a really good game?
It's
the 5th season role-playing game.
Oh yeah.
Wow, good segue. That only took us half an hour to get to.
Well, I honestly, because I just got back from Chicago, I read through everything a bit ago, but I don't have that much for tonight. I was fine buffering for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I should show you one last thing from Chicago. Katie and I were literally walking the dogs through a park in Chicago, and I was talking about this game. And Katie looked down and she saw this. So I have a set of dice specifically for this game now.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, we just looked down and saw 3d6, one of them different.
That is awesome.
As we were talking about the game.
That's what this requires, doesn't it?
So that's that's what you'll need, guys, is 3d6 and one of them either looking different or rolled separately or whatever.
That's fine. I do have three. I do
But-
have 3d6. I may even have 3d6.
I would be surprised if there are less than 150 D6 in our house.
Oh yeah.
Like, we have
Yeah.
pounds and pounds because that's
Like
how my life
I'll,
is.
I'll go to Goodwill and I will see I will see a jar full of D6s and I'm like, do I really need them? It's like
It's a nickel and it doesn't take up that much space.
it's very hard.
Like-
They're very hard to turn down.
Slingstones. Call them slingstones.
I also like that leatherette surface that they're lying on. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that is a mobile dice tray that Katie's coworker made one for each of us.
Oh, it's good looking.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, so fifth season. Colm, I know you've read it, and Rob, you've read it, right?
The books, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you know a little bit about the setting. I made Garrett read the wiki quick.
Okay.
I had to go back and read the wiki because it's been a while since I've read those books. So
Yeah. I remembered enough about the setting and the premise, I think, to get going on this pretty well. I went back and read the wiki too, just cause.
Yeah.
I remember really enjoying the books.
Oh, yeah, they're really
Oh,
good.
so good. I think I'm gonna.
Particularly the second one. I recall the second one just
Yeah.
being great. But
Yeah, when they make it to the water tribe down at the southern water tribe.
oh, that was cool too. There's like a lot of there's was that the second book or the third book when they get down to the one where
Oh,
they're
it's been a
like
long time.
where they're living on the island?
Holy shit! I
Oh,
didn't know
that is.
That's the third book, I think, isn't it?
I think.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, they do.
Where they all start getting like pulled into the earth by the fucking
Yeah.
statue people.
I told Garrett it's kind of required reading if you want to live a good life.
It's very
because, yeah,
original.
it's
There's
fantastic.
There's some really, really good ideas in it and stuff. I enjoyed it. I remember
Yeah,
she got a shitload of criticism because she got she won like the Hugo and the Nebula.
She won
whatever.
three
For all
Hugo-
three
she
of
won the-
them, yeah.
She
won
won
the
it for
Hugo,
all. She
yeah,
was the
3
first
years
one
in a
to
row.
win all three in a row. I think.
Yeah, three years in a row for 3 different
I
books.
think Anne Leckie was the first woman to win all three, and then N.K. Jemison's the first one to win all three for 3 books in a row.
Yeah,
And
he swept the Hugos and a bunch of Nebulas.
I don't know what she was up against, but they were deserved. It's a really, really good series of books. So with some
Katie,
very good ideas. So again, she also got criticism for using it to forward supposed agendas, and it's like, well, wow, welcome to the world of science fiction. So,
right?
It's a science fiction novel. Wow.
well, it's science fantasy, isn't it? More, but
Yeah, I think so.
same
It is.
thing,
Did
Same
you
thing.
read her Inheritance trilogy?
I read
The 100,000 Kingdoms ones.
I read the 100,000.
Yeah, I thought that was
Kingdoms.
really good too. I think that would make a
I-
great role playing game too.
Me too. That one, I think, just coming from a bit more of a fantasy background, like I think fifth season is probably more important. But I think I enjoyed the Inheritance trilogy more just
Yeah.
I might be in the same
from an
place.
enjoying
yeah.
it standpoint. You know what I mean?
The only one I read was the 100,000 Kingdoms, but
Mhm.
I liked it better than the 3 Broken Earth books. I thought the prose in it was much more relaxed.
Mhm.
So it was a book it felt like a book that somebody was enjoying writing, whereas the Broken Earth ones feel like, a more seasoned writer who has something to prove. So they're still
Yeah.
More
really good.
literary
but-
or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I just found that 100,000 Kingdoms, which is the only one I read, just went along at a really nice click. And then I couldn't find the other 2, and then I finally found all 3 of them in a single volume, and I hate books like that. But now it's been so long since I read the 100,000 Kingdoms that I'm gonna have to start it again.
Start
I
over
think.
again.
Yeah, it's all, there's such a long book, such a long
But
book.
You
But
start
it's
halfway through.
what's the girl and her demon. Was it?
Mhm.
Was he? Yeah, he's a demon. That was a really good book. Really good book.
Well, and that one, I don't think I'm giving too much away. Like, Rob, it's been a while for me. Correct me as if I'm wrong. There's like big time jumps between all three books, right?
Oh,
God,
in Broken Earth
100,000.
or in
No, in
One-
Inheritance,
I think there are.
100,000
Yeah,
Kingdoms. Yeah, there's
totally.
like
Yeah, there are.
big, like several 100-year time jumps, but everything ties together. Like completely different casts of characters, and yeah.
Maybe I'll just take it up on the second book
Yeah.
and take my chance.
Oh yeah. Just read a synopsis of the first one if you
Yeah.
need. And,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
always
Back
there's
to
always Wikipedia.
True. But how does how would the stillness work as a setting for an RPG?
Well, I think, at least for this starting scenario or intro scenario, it's in between seasons. So the way this scenario we're playing plays out, I don't think I'm giving too much away here, is just a scenario inside of a comm.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's not, crazy razor rain or boiling sinkholes or anything like that. And the outer pets are still in very sweet mode.
The what?
The otters. Remember they had the giant otters that were just the sweetest pets until the season happened, and then you had
Oh,
to
right,
kill your dog?
right.
Like-
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
did they
can you
shape
explain?
it
Can you explain the seasons to me again?
Sure.
In the
So,
most generic way.
yeah, the stillness is a supercontinent that exists in a state of kind of perpetual or much more frequent geological seismic activity.
Mm-hmm.
So, every couple hundred years, a super volcano erupts, and you get 15 years of winter.
Oh yeah.
Or some other
Or-
geologically
Yeah,
famed
yeah,
disaster.
I
Every,
remember-
every season has
remember
a
it now.
different. Yeah, there. And the flora and fauna have adapted to survive these seasons. So, like I said, the very sweet otters that people keep as pets, like dogs, turn absolutely feral and try to kill everything. Plants that were edible become poisonous, et cetera, et cetera.
And so then with the seasons, is that just something that randomly happens, or is it actually?
Yeah, pretty much, because it's
Okay.
just like, when a earthquake or a volcano decides to happen and spews either, ash into the air or, there was one season I remember where ash got spewed into the air and then it all just fell down and the entire surface of the continent was pretty much just under like 3 inches of ash, which just caused everything to die and yada yada. And yet, to a degree, orogens, which are pretty much earthbenders,
Mm-hmm.
can do some mitigating and keeping things in line.
hmm
Orogens are trained and by a school called the Fulcrum.
Oh
If I
yeah.
remember correctly.
Yes.
And yeah, there are pretty much
In the Citadel.
Yep. And they're pretty much, super powerful social pariahs, and each one of them is assigned, I think, 2 watchers, which are assigned with both protecting them and killing them if necessary.
Oh, because they can like go nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
capable of like manipulating the world, the natural world around them, right? And I know they all can do various things. I mean, I think
But it's all
Central-
involving.
the central
Earth.
character, what was her name? Nessun or Nessun in the first one, like the middle-aged woman, the main character, or at
Mhm.
least who appeared to be the main character. Because I also remember that the narration in that book was very strange, And
Oh, it's
didn't
great.
yeah, the payoff of that in the last
Yeah.
book,
Yeah.
that was fantastic. What was I going to say? Yeah, I remember the whole thing was the origins or the origins were able to manipulate things by drawing it. They needed to draw heat. Isn't that what they needed? They needed to draw heat from the
Yeah.
area around them in order to do it, so that
And then they
anybody
could
who was
accidentally
unfortunate
freeze
enough to be
people.
too
Yeah.
close to them would freeze. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yes. Sorry, go on.
The world of the fifth season. N.K. Jemisin's acclaimed Broken Earth trilogy and the fifth season role-playing game take place in the Stillness, the world's only continent. For most, life is harsh, even under the best of circumstances. Fear of fifth seasons loom over every conversation. These natural catastrophes could strike at any moment. During last century's choking season, Mount Akak, Akak erupted, immolating 200,000 people and plunging the world into 5 years of darkness and ashfall. The perpetual night caused worldwide crop failures and famine, and the exceptionally fine ash bypassed or overwhelmed air filters, killing hundreds of thousands. And it goes on, yada, yada, yada from there. But yeah, so pretty much it's a world and society that's evolved to, on any day ending in Y, being ready for nukes to drop. Oh, and metal rusts insanely quickly.
That's right.
So everybody uses glass knives.
Hmm.
To protect themselves from seasons, humanity has lived by Stone Lore's tenets for the last 3,000 years. Originally, 3 stone tablets of occasionally cryptic advice, Stone Lore teaches disaster preparedness, social order, and season survival techniques. Abiding by Stone Lore's rules makes life during good years more difficult. But these challenges are nothing compared to facing a season unprepared. So people grow food, not just to live through the next winter, but to survive in case a season steals the sun for years. Store caches of food, medicine, and other supplies are standard features of most homes and every comm, from tiny villages to cities of millions.
So it's very detailed about how you can grow things and store things and other such, but it has nothing about how you entertain yourself through a season.
No.
It's just a boring society.
Let's see here. Tests. That's something we should talk about.
The drama die.
The
Excellent.
age system for 5th season role-playing game
That's
uses
it.
3 6-sided dice for tests of the character's ability. One of the dice should be differentiated from the other 2 by color, size, or simply rolled separately. The differentiated third die is known as the drama die. You make tests to find out whether your character succeeds or fails when a chancy situation comes up. Tests come in 4 main forms: basic, opposed, advanced, and challenge. You roll 3 dice would make it's kind of like a deed die, with
Yeah.
1 die differentiated from the other 2. The differentiated die is known as the drama die and has several uses in the age system. In particular, it is used to measure the degree of success or failure, to break ties, and to generate stunt points.
Yeah, that looks like an interesting mechanism.
There is a cheat sheet for what to do on my turn, and how do I X, Y, or Z.
They have it later, and they'll
Oh,
break
and
down
then these
different
stunts
types
are
of events.
basically like their deeds. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like
Yeah.
mighty deeds. They're cool. The difference between pulling off an action and pulling it off with style. Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them you can like.
Oh,
be
it was the
cool.
Expanse role playing game. Is that Green Ronin? I think that's the same
That sounds
system.
right. Yeah. And they
I
also
use
have
the
some
system, I mean.
like
Yeah, it's
their bread and butter game is a high fantasy D&D type something
Fantasy Age.
built off this engine. What's that?
Fantasy Age.
Fantasy.
I beg what it's called. There's I've never played Green Ronin. I've heard good things about them. So
Yeah, I'm excited too.
they certainly put together a very nice free quick start. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, and all the art and stuff that I've been seeing in my backer kit or Kickstarter or whatever it was, emails have looked really good. It looks like
Well, the
they're
thing
putting
I was
something
most
nice
impressed
together.
about, thing I was most impressed about by the quick start rules was how well written they are. Which,
Yeah.
so you see a lot of stuff now. You expect the art to be good. You expect
Mm-hmm.
a lot of things, but the editing particularly is atrocious. We'll give Dune as an example.
Dune. Oh my god.
But this just from the quick start seems really well put together. Yeah, I'm very curious just to run it and let's
So
Yeah.
have
do we
at it.
want to dibs characters here, or
Yeah, let's
I
talk
know
about characters. I'm betting Damon will want in.
Yeah, because him and Kathy are both fans of the books for sure.
Yeah.
So
And there's plenty of room for both of them.
yeah,
So I bet they want in, but we're the ones here, so yeah.
Yeah. take what we give them and like it.
the two
exactly.
the two
And
I
there's
was
plenty of characters to.
the two I was interested in were Phobak, who is the Geomagistrix. She seemed kind of cool to me. And was it Kokoi? Yes, Kokoi. Who is the kind of arrogant kind of a dick because he's a bit more like me. So, but I would, I don't care. I would, I will play whoever, but
And Garrett, did you have?
they're both interesting.
Don't know. I mean, I said I wanted to play Zuhanchi, and I really want to play Zuhanchi now that I know his name's Papa Zuzu. All because
Play
I
him.
could, we could do Pazuzu. But maybe I want to play Zuhanchi. Maybe I don't want to play Zuhanchi. So I would just wait to let somebody else pick, and then I would say I want to play Zuhanchi.
Garrett,
And then
you're
when
here
they
now.
say
Pick
I
your
want to play
character.
Zuhanchi, then I would play Zuhanchi.
Okay,
Like,
play
no,
Zuhanchi.
I'm going to. I changed my name already in chat, gentlemen. Zuhanchi. I am Papa Zuzu.
Were you looking at anything, Rob? Have you had time to look over the
I
characters? Or?
briefly glanced at them, but I didn't. I would do pretty much anything. So I was going to let other people grab theirs first. So you said which ones, Colin? Kokoi and Phobak?
Yeah.
I mean, Moasi seems pretty straightforward.
Nobody's gonna do it. Nobody's gonna take Pashum, the Orogene.
Oh, that's less straightforward. I could try that.
Or
Sure. All right, I'm doing it. I'm going to print off the sheet, so I'm locked in.
Orogene.
I want to print
Okay,
current page.
and put it in the chat just so I don't forget later.
Okay.
I will just take Phobak.
Great. And then if any of our other cohorts are looking at the chat, they can see that.
In the brawl of the strong buck.
Yeah, and there's a whole cast system too. That there are some pretty good notes about. Yeah, but each cast, again, like everything else, kind of has one role: spring, summer, fall, and winter, and then a whole other role during a season.
Sure.
Strong mechs kind of turn into fodder.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what the leveling would be like. More than likely, you'll probably gain more levels and this, that, and the other thing, and you can increase focus, probably. Maybe gain more fortune points. Who knows?
What else? What other things are people wondering about? What about the setting? This is going to take place normally in like a full game. A big chunk of the game, of the session 0 especially, is like creating your comm and deciding, what your economy is and what type of walls you have and all that kind of stuff for your comm. But this one has a pre-generated comm.
Okay.
That's probably good for a
Nuveen.
first go.
Yeah. Nuveen is a small comm in the Midlands, only about 1 kilometer from Lake Santa, a moderate-sized body of fresh water. Nuveen lies between an uprising escarpment to the north and west and the lake lowlands to the east, with an imperial highway cutting between the comm and the lake before snaking its way north and east around the escarpment. Much of the terrain around the area, particularly towards the south, is wooded. The next closest comm is Savine, Nuveen's principal trading partner, about 20 kilometers away, or half a day's walk. Savine is a bit of brawn to Nuvine's brains. The breeder caste members of the two comms encourage some intermarriage, but there's also a bit of rivalry in terms of who lives where.
No one shall have Papa Zuzu's children, but those from the Bean. We could just mess around and try and get the mechanics ready for Cam.
Yeah, I'm still...
Because it's this whole stunt thing, and then...
Yeah, so stunts. Let's talk about stunts.
I'm seeing between, like, pages 13 through 9, as it breaks down the different type of encounters you have, like what the action encounter, which is fighting, social encounters, which is, like, dealing with the peeps and such, and then exploration encounters, which I guess would be survival out in the wilderness. And so I guess looking at the stunt thing, are they kind of giving us free reign to add stunts and other such based on what you would allow?
Yeah, there's like, so the encounters are specific examples of stunts you can perform. Active tests generate stunt points. I mean, it seems they have some guidelines for what stunts are.
So there are different types of encounters. There's exploration encounters, social encounters, action encounters, and each of them have their own stunts. So like exploration stunts, show to players. A 1 to 3 assist. Your action assists an ally. This character gains a +1 bonus to their next test per SP spent. 2, insight. When performing an action that logically follows this one, you gain a +1 bonus on the test, and if specialized knowledge is required, you can act as if you possess that knowledge.
Yeah, so each type of action has its own menu of possible stunts.
Yeah.
Each type of encounter has its own menu of possible stunts. Yeah.
Cool.
And yeah, those stunts are determined again when you roll. If you roll doubles anywhere, that generates a stunt point, and yeah, the fortune die.
Yeah, you get the number on the fortune die. Don't
That's the stunt you get? Yes, the drama die. I'm sorry, drama D.
Sure. Dramedy just sounds that much better.
Yeah.
But you have to use it in that round, I think.
In fact, you must spend any stunt points you generate on a test, or else they disappear at the end of your turn.
Okay. So yeah, I guess it's just a way of making you cooler.
It's almost like a crit.
Sure.
Yeah,
and then rolling on a crit table.
Yeah. But also the drama die determines how good your success is, regardless of whether you match dice right? And
yes. Test.
Sometimes it's important to know what degree you succeeded. That's one of the uses of the drama die. Yeah, the higher the value, the greater the degree of your success. If you've succeeded in the first place.
Yep. And then what are challenge tests? Some actions in 5th season role-playing impose consequences or setbacks when characters don't do them well enough. These challenge tests can be thought of as advanced tests with added risks. As with an advanced test, the game determines difficulty and succeeds threshold, blah, blah, blah. These consequences come in 3 levels, minor, moderate, or major. And the test determines how many times characters can fail at a challenge test before increasing the level of consequences. Ooh.
Okay, so basic tests you roll once. Opposed tests, I think you just roll against somebody. Advanced tests, you have to roll multiple times. Require a series of rolls before success can be achieved. So then the challenge tests are essentially advanced tests with varying
consequences for failing.
Consequences, yeah.
So basic tests and opposed tests are what they sound like, and then advanced tests are pretty much, tests at disadvantage. And challenge tests are tests at disadvantage where you stand a chance of critically failing. To put it in 5e
I wouldn't necessarily say disadvantage. You just have to.
Well, you need to succeed multiple rolls.
Yeah, I guess it would be more of like a skill challenge.
Yeah.
That way, you need so many successes to complete such and such in so much time or something like that. Added to okay, so you add your drama die to a running total. Okay, so yeah, so with advanced tests, you're trying to get your drama die total to a certain threshold,
Mm.
and once you get it there, then then you get a success once you hit the threshold.
I'm probably going to be, because this is generally the engine. This is an old engine. I'm sure there's all kinds of YouTube videos. I'll be sure to watch a couple tutorial videos before I get into this too much too.
Sure.
Let's see. I'm going to make a willpower roll of self-discipline to not be, I don't know, hypnotized by the weird, mysterious stranger. My self-discipline is 2. You've said the target is 12. I'm rolling. All right. Ooh. So I've got 8 on my white dice and 4 on my blue dice. So that's exactly 12. My drama die was a 4.
What are your 2 white dice?
5 and 3. So I have no matches.
5 and
Good
3.
point.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. That's all I was.
Yeah. So that would be probably a moderate success. I'm unhypnotized on a normal roll.
Well, unless if there's a threshold, would something like that be opposed?
That's true. It could be an opposed roll.
It could be an opposed roll, or it might just be a. But yeah, I'll make an opposed roll.
Because it could be. I guess it depends
You're fine.
on how you want to set it up.
Excellent.
Because it could be depending upon like if they're using a. Yeah.
Whether it's a say passive or active.
Yeah, or if like you know
know.
it's a magician or a practitioner in their place of work using tools that they have, it could just be a set thing.
So I'm really curious about how geometry is going to work. Or
let's see.
Or is that just like a knowledge?
If it even comes up in this.
I hope so. I've got 1 in it anyway.
Well,
I guess
that
I
means
can
it's in
see.
the quick start. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm looking. Orogen?
So I've got these orogeny stunts. So I'm trying to figure out but there's no like actual orogeny roll.
They're erogenous.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce that. It doesn't sound like orogeny.
Orogene.
Orogene is probably right.
But it's got a Y or yeah.
Orogene.
I don't know.
Orogene. Let's just pronounce everything as wrong as we can, and then it'll gain a bunch of traction online, and we'll get a bunch of hate.
We'll make it, yeah.
It'll be great.
What? Geometry.
Oh, I'm a secret origin. Interesting.
Yeah. Earth sciences, particularly plate tectonics, seismic events, and non-biological seasonal changes. Whereas engineering is design and construction of buildings, roads, and okay, so it's basically like your geologist with geometry.
Right. Okay. So
it could be like, okay, you feel like a shift in the ground, and you know, like there would be, I don't know, a geothermal vent that might be ready to blow near you, or something like that, or some such thing.
Yeah. So what I'm puzzled by is I have origin stunts, 3 of them on my character sheet. I'll say 1+. Does that mean when I get a match, I can invoke one of those stunts then I can spend the stunt points. Okay, so it's not like I'm going to use. Interesting. I'll have to puzzle out how that works.
Oh wait, okay, so it might be when you use your orogeny talent, since you got the top.
Oh, there's a talent. Duh. Okay.
Yeah, you can perform orogeny stunts, but doing so imposes a fatigue condition on you for every 2 SP you spend.
Okay, I just didn't read that one closely enough. That makes sense. Awesome. Okay. Oof. That's good though. So it sounds like I burn out my ability to origin pretty quickly, which is, I think, very reasonable.
I think it was accurate to I think you could, you had pretty much 1 or 2 spells, air quotes, a day in the book, if I remember. And I remember sometimes taking someone would do something stupid and it would take months to recover, if I remember right in the books. Yeah, because don't they frequently draw the heat from themselves?
Maybe, yeah. It's been a while since I read it.
Yeah, it seems like that was something they were trained to do. I'm gonna have to read the books again. They're so good.
Garrett, I probably do. It's been a while.
Garrett.
That's me.
Gert. Read books,
Yes.
Ger. Read
Oh.
books.
Read
Sure.
books.
Read books. Read the darn books, Ger.
What
Are you reading the books now?
stuff?
Ger, get the books, read them.
God.
Katie said on the drive home today, she said, "Hey, can you explain the premise of the 5th season to me?" And I just said no.
Yeah,
So
because
just
you got to
go
kind
read
of
the damn
discover
book.
it as you go.
Like,
yeah.
it's just she's gotten to trust my book recommendations. So yeah, I just said just put it on your list, read the book. Like, trust me. I told her it was as important as A Wizard of Earthsea. Garrett, have you read Left Hand of Darkness?
No.
You'd probably really like Left Hand of Darkness too. That's Ursula Ursula Le Guin.
Oh, science fiction. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
only read some Earthsea stuff. Like I think it was only one book.
You should. The first 3 Earthsea books are all like 200 pages long.
Yeah.
And I think they're all excellent, but the first 3 are phenomenal.
Yeah. I mean, I've watched the movie, but
That's don't
yeah,
don't.
doesn't really base much off of that. No, I've gotten stuck in Star Wars books for the last 10 years, which isn't necessarily bad. I just read the Aftermath trilogy, which is something that was put out by Disney, which takes place like right after the Battle of Endor. But they had some good stuff, but they split it between the old school stuff from like 1984 until they bought it in 2002 or whatever it was, or 2010, I can't remember. And all that stuff, they're like, that's Legends, that doesn't count. And then they came up with their own stuff, and it's like, oh, well, great, that doesn't work. Then they started taking stuff from Legends. It's all a bumblefuck. It's a straight up bumblefuck. Oh, well.
Yeah, just read Left Hand of Darkness in 5th season and thank me later.
Then my life can continue.
Yes. You also have to put the Once and Future Witches. Those 3. Read those 3.
All right, that's what I haven't
And
read.
then you'll be good.
Who's that?
That's Alex Harlow. She just wrote Starling House. Has been getting a lot of good buzz last year. But I like the Once and Future Witches. It's urban fantasy about suffragist witches.
Oh, interesting.
You know why women's clothes don't have pockets, right?
Witches.
Because pockets are where they keep all their witch shit.
Oh.
Can't be walking around with a pocket full of chicken bones if you don't have pockets,
Yeah.
right?
Unless you have a purse. Arguably, they've upgraded to a small.
Okay, now wait. Sorry to get back to the game here.
Yep.
Oh, no worries. Sorry.
That's okay. Under some of my skills, like for example, intelligence. Oh no, wait. Okay, so I had willpower 2, and self-discipline is under that. So that's a focus. Sorry. So how does a focus work?
Oh yeah. You can add a focus, and like, so if there was a willpower roll, I think you can add 2. Plus, you can add your self-discipline focus, which, so you might be able to do +4 to that roll, +2 and +2. I think that's how that goes.
Okay, here it is. 3d6. Add your ability score, and add 2 if you have the appropriate focus. Okay, so that roll would have actually been 3d6 plus my 2 willpower plus 2 for my self-discipline focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it
So
might
now
be like,
I'm assessing with my perception because the earthquake is about to blow up.
yeah.
Okay, oof. 11, but a 6 on my drama die. Oh, no, wait. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 with a 6 on my drama die. But I really wanted stunt numbers, but it had no matches because I wanted to use my stilling stunt. Interesting.
This is something I need to figure out here. How do social... There's another type of stunt here.
Yeah, social stunts.
Relationship. In addition to getting stunt points by rolling doubles, once per game session, you can get as many SP as your relationship intensity to perform any stunt that would be in character when it comes to that relationship. Okay.
Oh,
So if you have
okay.
relationship points with an NPC, you can use those, but it wouldn't, help you unless you have a relationship with Dirt, which Origins might. I don't know.
Mhm.
Now, see, that sounds like the racism that the book deals with.
Although, if you have a
Yeah,
relationship,
the book
it might be
is
beneficial to bring them with you.
Mhm.
I.e., if
The,
something happens, then you would have that. I don't know.
book deals with
So xenophobia.
generational trauma and
Yeah.
xenophobia and classism and
Sure.
all kinds of big heavy topics, and the quick start adventure deals with who took the corn, which honestly,
Which is
given the
important in this setting.
demographic and the fact that this is a table full of white dudes from the Midwest,
Mhm.
like that's probably what we should be tackling.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty solid.
No, but
Yeah, I already could say I want more stunt points. Give me more stunt points.
I know,
Right?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Especially in your situation, to be able to,
Yeah.
well,
manipulate that.
so I don't know. I'm not Rain Man.
Oh, I just got one. I got 3 stunt points.
Nice.
But 3d6, getting doubles somewhere on 3d6 should be
Right.
relatively common, right?
Well, in theory.
Like, I don't even know how to ask about the math on that, but
Okay, so I just did 7 rolls and I got 2.
Ooh, there we go.
2.
So that's
there we go.
5. So I'd have 2 stunt
3,
points. 5, 5, 2.
4.
It seems to be coming up like a quarter
fine.
of the time.
It took me 5 rolls to get doubles.
Yeah, see, there's math one could do that with, but I'm not going to try to do
Exactly,
it
that's
in
what
my
I'm
head.
saying. I don't even know how to ask about the math, let alone execute it.
Okay, so that was 3. It took me 3 rolls to get a 13 for 3 stunt points.
And any 2, right? It could be the drama and
any
one of the
2,
regulars or the 2 regulars.
Yeah.
Ooh, is there a
Yeah,
bonus
yeah.
for triples?
I don't think so, but you have a
Yeah, I didn't
DM
see it
that
in there.
likes that kind of stuff.
Could do a table deal, like a
Yeah.
house rule.
I think my house rule
2 or
on
more.
that
It
will
just says
be...
if 2 or more show the same number. So
Okay, here's my house rule on that, because it's my birthday and I'm a little drunk. It's still my birthday until I go back to work tomorrow. I would say 3 in a row. You can re-roll your drama die and
Nice.
take whichever one you want.
Ooh, hang on. You can spend
How's that
fortune
sound?
points on tests to make one die show the value of the number of fortune points you spent, up to 6.
Mm.
Oh.
And
So
that's
if you
after
roll a
you
1,
roll.
you could... Okay.
So yeah, yeah.
So wait, I have to spend fortune points equal to the die I want to show?
And
So if I roll
what you
a
want to
4, I
turn
have
it
to spend
towards.
6 fortune
So if I
points
wanted to
to turn it
turn,
into a 6?
if I wanted to turn my
Okay.
drama die from a 4 into a 6, it's going to cost 6. It's like
It's gonna
whatever
cost
you
6.
turn it
Okay,
to,
yeah.
regardless of what it started
yeah.
at. Yeah.
Oh.
But what you could do if you
Oh, sorry. The drama die costs twice that amount.
drama die costs twice that. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're pretty sure it's a low threshold, AC,
Mm-hmm.
you can use it to turn something into a 1, and only spend one fortune point to
Yeah.
make it a stun.
But that's good in my, like, I want to prevent
Yeah.
this localized earthquake. There is a way I can force the roll
Yeah.
to give me
There
stunt
is
points.
a
Okay, that's great. But
yeah,
I'm also
there
using
is
fortune
a...
points to mitigate damage, so I don't want to blow through them frivolously on
It
rolls.
is, it's definitely a break in case of emergency. But
Yeah.
Is it anytime you roll doubles, you get the stunt points?
yes,
Yes.
anytime you roll doubles.
Even with the drama die. Okay.
Yes,
Yep.
across
But
the
you
3.
don't accumulate them. Like, it's use them or
Sure.
lose them on
Yep.
that.
So yeah, like I'm saying, I would expect, what are the chances of rolling doubles on 3d6
I mean, it's basically
generating
Anywhere from 3 to 5
Oh.
rolls before I get double.
It's saying the probability of rolling doubles, at least 2 dice showing the same number with 3d6 is approximately 42.1.
Yeah, it's kind of what I'm getting.
That sounds
So
about
yeah,
right,
it's a little
yeah.
less than half the time, but I mean, each round somebody should be getting a stunt,
Mhm.
which is a good way
That's not bad.
to keep stunts and fresh stuff happening without making turns take 20 fucking minutes.
Sure. Yeah. Well, and I guess you don't have to worry about too much stuff, given the menu.
Garrett plays a lot of 5e with me, Rob.
Uh-huh.
And he will tell you that one of my pet peeves is people not being ready for their turn and freaking dithering and just taking forever to attack with a broadsword because they need to look through every one of their spells.
Hmm.
Like, you have an entire round until it gets back to you.
Yeah. Be prepared.
Know what spells you have prepared. Know what they do. Like,
or you can do what I do and ruminate on the spells that you do have for,
Mhm.
weeks on end before you play so that you know what you can do. And then throw those plans out the window when you get there.
have those plans thrown out the window by me.
Right.
Okay.
No, but I
swimming
like.
back to land.
Damn, this does not have much range. We are 3 miles offshore. We are on a small island with 2 people suffering a mystery disease with only hours to live potentially. When is the boat coming, Garrett?
Morning, but there's
We've got it's late afternoon. There's a boat coming in morning. I am a frickin' titan. I can swim back to shore and get the boat now.
yeah, but by the so you also buried the lead. There's anywhere from 10 to 20 aquatic creatures that will be coming back at nightfall to do something
Maybe.
to the island. It's not a maybe. It's going to happen. And
We
then
know this person.
and then the boat's going to be there, and then they're going to be able to have a boat to infiltrate land and also, take us down.
Snake eyes and sixes. That I
Yeah.
just rolled.
Oh, snake eyes and sixes. Nice.
Yep.
I had a lot of like 5s and 6s. This was ugh.
I kind of like, and going back, I like quick rounds. I kind of like simple dice rolls.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to be happy with 3d6.
Yeah.
Forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems
It
like there's
goes
not a lot
back
of
to why I
not a lot of
don't-
calculation going on.
It shouldn't
Dice,
be.
your attribute, focus if any. Boom.
That's it.
That's going back to what we were talking about the other week, where I don't think I want to play a DCC campaign.
I think you should just
There's so many freaking dice, and God, turns are going to end up taking forever at higher levels, and yeah.
just give it a chance.
Well,
No, I'm happy
I like
playing
it for one,
funnels.
so I'm fine with it. I don't.
I'm
I don't.
I'm very happy playing funnels. I love it.
Mhm.
It also
I
doesn't have
am
your character on
sitting at my desk, and I have at least 6 DCC branded things within view.
Mhm.
Well, and they love handing out swag.
Yeah.
There's that, too.
Yeah. I have found that the higher levels feel more fun, but then again, it's like I haven't been through more than like I think 2 sessions of higher level.
Mhm.
We've done the lower level stuff, which was still kind of fun too. And
Mhm.
I mean, I get it with the funnels, it's just zany and wacky and such, which we
Mhm.
should pretty much do a goat funnel or something like that. But actually having levels to be able to survive, and so you actually get to function as a class when you get
Yeah.
to level 1. So you get things like spells that you can use, or dealing with gods and other weird things, or the deed dice, or the get to play with weird luck stuff, which ended up helping out as with the elemental titan and other things like that. The mechanics of the game actually morphs a little bit, and it kind of grows
Mhm.
on you. But I mean, I get what you mean. Okay, we got to roll
And
on this, got to roll on that.
if I, maybe once the kid is out of their house and I'm retired, and I have time to dick around and do nothing but game, that might be a lot of fun.
Give it time.
Oh, I've also
It's gonna take a
complete
while
change
for
of
the
subject.
Giants.
I've got Born from Ice, which is a prehistoric or Ice Age 5e campaign setting.
What?
Coming soon. That should be pretty fun.
Like
Okay.
with magic, or actually supposed to be like
With magic,
Historical Earth. Oh, okay.
kind of more shamanistic
Shamanistic.
type.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's the, I mean,
But that
yeah,
should be a lot of fun.
lead effects, 6 classes, 15 plus totem paths, 20 plus backgrounds, 30 plus feats, equipment guide, level 1 to 20 campaign, optimized for 4 to 5 players.
Which game is that?
Born from Ice is a new
Born from
sci-fi
Ice.
setting and epic adventure path for the 5th edition. Prehistoric
That'll-
monsters.
I think that's supposed to ship this summer. I'm kind of a sucker for Kickstarter and backer kit games. This sounds cool, and I don't have to pay for it right now. That's Future Cam's money, and Future Cam has all kinds of money.
He's got the best money, not my money. But so then, I mean, are you just gonna run the?
Oh no, it's just gonna sit on my shelf and collect dust, and I'm gonna look at the spine wistfully every now and again.
Didn't allow
Just
me
like
thing. No, I like for this one. Are we just gonna do the kind of run the game at the end of the quick start?
yes, we're gonna run there. I'm gonna go ahead and run the entire quick start adventure, and if it takes a little while, it takes a little while.
Sure.
They
I mean, if we all read it first, we should be able to move through it pretty fast.
Oh yeah.
right. They somewhere in the GM notes, they're like, you can just jump straight to scene 4 if you want to get it done quick, or if you only have 2 hours, you can just jump to the last scene.
Oh wow, okay.
But I kind of wanna do the whole thing just because I think it's going to be a good game, and I think but with that coming out later this year, this might be something that people end up looking at a little bit, and so I wanna run the whole thing. I think it might be something that gets Googled later. So I want to run the whole thing so it's there for people.
Sure.
Well, I mean, once we figure out how to operate inside a comm, it might be fun to go outside of it and see if we can survive.
We never get to run all the games that we want to, but if this goes well, we'll see if we can put it on the back burner or something for later.
Yeah.
Because like I was saying, the Age engine has been around for a while, and Green Ronin's a respected publisher, so the engine is solid. Jemisin is pretty signed off on all this. I actually backed the super deluxe edition, so I get a NK Jemisin signed book plate.
Ooh.
Which is pretty cool. And the super ultra deluxe edition was $150.
Well, that's not crazy for super ultra deluxe.
It's not crazy for freaking everything, all the PDFs, all the Roll20s, all the books, and signed nameplate book sleeve.
Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, that is some
compared to $75 for the print edition by itself.
Yeah.
And I've got a few signatures, and I wanted hers too, so got a couple of Rothfuss signatures because he pretty much lives here. We've got an Atwood signature.
Oh, it took me 4 times.
You're still trying to get doubles?
I'm anywhere between 3 and 5.
I got him on my first try.
Dang it!
And my second try.
Oh,
not my third try.
You and your orogeny zones. Or sorry, or orogeny zones.
But call it orogeny. To really piss off the internet. I'm feeling awfully erogenous over here, guys.
Oh no! Is it
I'll probably say I'm going to use one of my orogene abilities. instead of trying to trigger orogeny or orogeny or however you say
I
it.
don't want to trigger my erogenate abilities. Ooh, I'm
Orogeny.
feeling it in my pants. Oh no. It's
So I'm
getting
going to try
hot in
really
here.
hard to get it right. I'm going to get it wrong every time.
I think I know how to do
Yeah.
the stuff on my sheet now though, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And we've
Yeah.
got we'll be doing what the fuck?
Giants?
Against the Giants.
Probably
Oh
next
yeah.
week.
That's
Ooh.
probably 2 more sessions anyway. So
Oh.
it'll be a little while.
There can technically be a lot more than 2 sessions.
Oh,
depending
yeah.
on how far he wants to roll.
Yeah, exactly.
I've looked because it's in Tales of the Yawning Portal, and yeah, this place is bigger than what you think.
Yeah.
But even still, it's fun. But yeah, we'll see how far Colin wants to take it. But it could be an April Fool's situation.
Mm.
Yeah, but so it'll be we've got time to learn this engine a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
And like I said, I'm probably going to watch some YouTube videos here. So
Smart.
all right. Have a good one,
Cool.
Rob.
All right, bye guys.
Yep. Good night.